There it is. No, but see, that's why we don't do starters.
I purposely did that.
3, 2, 1, 0, and everybody's
I know. I purposely did that because I was waiting for a reaction from you.
Okay.
My stomach just goes, hey.
Yeah. Oh, I was ready. That was complete on purpose.
Somebody start out.
So is this...
Hey, grab that mic.
This is 20... What is this? 23? Episode 23? Episode 24?
Yeah, something like that. 23, 24, somewhere around there.
I have to know when 26 is for the recording.
Yeah.
I told you. I've got something planned.
26.
Kind of worrisome.
We're getting close.
We are getting close to the half-year mark.
Half a year.
I'm trying not to poop myself.
There you go. Or
Are we starting this?
That's
Yeah,
what
it's already
happens.
started.
Oh!
That's what happens when you...
told you a while ago.
Yeah, no. I
Google
thought you were
things.
going to restart it, but you didn't restart it. That's fine. That's cool. What's going on, guys? This is another episode of Last Minute Life. Hope you enjoyed the weird opening.
Yeah, it's been pretty odd.
Ken, what's going on in life, man?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Nada.
You're
I'm off tomorrow. I'm
useless.
happy.
You're useless.
I'm happy because I'm off tomorrow.
Off on a Friday?
Yeah.
I'm not. Jordan?
It's always nice when you walk out of work knowing that everybody else is coming back to work tomorrow and you're not.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
That's always a plus.
It is. Makes you happy.
You just give everybody the bird just walking out.
I just walked out just like, yay.
Yay. Jordan?
Yay for me.
What's going on with you, bud? How's the shoulder coming along, man?
I can do some stuff under the supervision of a physical therapist.
I was going to say, are you able to hold it in two hands now?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That makes sense. Sometimes it's still a little too heavy.
So you can get rid of the ratchet.
Just need a crank just to get that sucker up. How does he go to the bathroom? Well, it's like there's a tripod and then there's a crank.
Yeah, it's a
process.
There's a whole process.
it's a engine lift. It's a whole thing.
It reminds me of, that actually reminds me of Beer from My Horses. Did y'all ever see that?
Yeah, I have. It's a great movie.
Or was it Rodney Carrington?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I don't know about you, but what I have to handle requires two hands.
I love that guy. That dude's hilarious. It's so funny.
There was a comedy CD that my dad used to keep in his truck, and it was called Sack.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Nutsack. Oh, nutsack.
You can say nutsack.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just have to follow it up with the proper stuff.
yeah. Even like
Yeah, we got shirts now. Hashtag.
hashtag sorry Pam. Yeah, but even on the album cover, like he's in a burlap sack, completely cinched up around his neck, and he's got a cowboy hat on, and his little head poking out of the top.
He's the one that sings Dear Penis.
Yep, he's the one.
You ever heard it?
Yeah, man.
Well, I didn't know. You're not cultured.
Is he the worst comedian ever? Maybe.
No, absolutely
Here we go.
Possibly.
Nope. Not even close.
Nah, not the worst, but he definitely isn't.
A lot of bad ones are... There's a lot of females that are terrible.
Stop it. Don't start on this.
So many that are bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you
There's
that guy?
There's a lot of guys that are bad too.
Are you that guy?
But people that think Amy Schumer... No, is Amy Schumer?
Oh, yeah. She's terrible.
She's terrible. But she's like super famous for what?
Because she's
I think
Amy
she's
Schumer.
pretty. I would
But is she,
assume.
though?
I would assume that
She
there's a
used to be.
certain element to it
Ish.
that she is pretty.
Nikki Glaser, on the other hand. Now we're talking. I think she's hilarious.
She's hilarious. She's a sandwich for sure.
A sandwich? What's a sandwich?
A sandwich, like as in she needs to eat something because she probably weighs 86 pounds.
That's okay.
You're into that?
I don't
I
discriminate.
can't be.
I don't
It's
discriminate.
It's weird because you started the conversation of not discriminating by exclusively talking about women.
So,
Well, there's certain things I don't discriminate on.
I like Nikki Glazer's
discriminatory
comedy.
in itself.
I like Nikki Glazer's comedy, except for she's very one trick pony.
It works for her though.
It's very one trick pony, and so
Yeah.
every special is the same. So after a while, I get it. You're depraved. You like sex. I
You're a
got it.
whore. We understand.
All caught up. But
She makes it entertaining though. It's not like boring. It's like not boring repetitive. It's a good repetitive.
She's cool. I like Nikki Glazer. She's funny.
How do you like? As far as Netflix specials right now, if you were gonna put a comedian on, who would it be?
Yep. All right.
So is this recent or just anytime?
Just in general?
I mean, you can do anything you've seen on Netflix. That's fine.
Okay. If it's recent, what are you going? If I'm going recent, it's Speshy Weshy.
Haven't heard Speshy Weshy. Don't know who that is.
Chris Stefano?
Oh, yeah.
Oh Christ! Yeah, he's the fucking best. Like, that's here. That's recent. But
I love Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer's my number
Brady
one
Bird?
right now.
Yeah.
He's 100% my number one right now. We're actually gonna go see him September 17th
yeah.
in Fort Worth. We got some tickets the other
There
day.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little jealous of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Who's yours?
I don't even know his name.
Son of a bitch.
I don't like. There's certain details that just escape me. I don't even know how I make it through life sometimes. But he is Chinese, and his entire stand up is about like how privileged Americans are in comparison to everywhere else.
Are you talking about? Does he have like semi-long hair?
No.
Okay.
He's like clean cut in a suit, and I think it's. He's the one who he talks about the Prime, like Amazon Prime joke, where he's like Prime, Prime now, and then he's like, I don't even want to get up. I want something to figure out what I want before I want it and order it to me. I want Prime before. I want someone to break into my house and put the food in my mouth. Yeah, he goes all off on.
I think Walmart's doing something like that now.
I don't know who that
Walmart before.
Whatever it's called.
So as far as comedians, so there's certain comedians that are really good, like they're really funny on podcasts, but their specials aren't. I don't like their stand up.
I have to figure out the guy's name though.
Like D'Elia.
Yeah.
Can't stand his stand up.
Podcast hilarious though. Like
Podcast so funny.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I haven't actually watched the podcast, but I've seen clips.
So funny.
Dude's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Who's that?
Chris
D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia.
He's so funny on podcasts, but I don't like his stand up. And it's the same thing for God, why did I was thinking of it and then it slipped my head. God, I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, there's several like that. Joe Coy. Joe Coy is the other one that I don't like his stand up, but God, he's funny on podcasts.
I've only watched one of his. So I don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, Joe Coy's really his stand up's not great, or to me it's not.
I was Dane Cook. Dane Cook's always been one of my top.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, yes. Like
he was good for his time.
Yeah, I was gonna say for his time. He was like top two.
He definitely he's one of those comedians. It's not just him. There's several comedians that don't age well.
Yeah,
he was good. Yeah. He was like a rocket. He took and then that's
got
it.
Movie deals and all kinds of stuff. His stand-ups were selling out arenas before most people were selling out arenas.
He was one of those comedians that he knew what he was, and he knew like I got to get a movie deal out of this because I'm not going to be able to sustain this.
Yeah, I think he talked about that too. Like he set his own style and he knew what his style was, and then people like gravitated to it, and then now he gets shit on for some reason. Like,
I mean,
I don't know why. Like people it
makes me mad when people shit on people like that. Just, dude, listen, the man made somebody liked him.
Yeah, he made millions, and I found out. I was listening. He was on a podcast not long ago. His brother stole like $10 million from him. And he sent his own brother to jail because he stole like $10 million.
Embezzled $10 million from him, sent old boy to jail.
Oh, I'd been so pissed.
Oh yeah, my brother's going to jail. He's going so fast.
It's the other way around. I'm stealing from Cody.
Fast.
You're talking about like people shitting on him. I've always heard rumors. I don't know if there's I've never fact checked this myself, so I don't know. But I always heard that he got a bad rap most of the time because he would rip off jokes.
I've never heard that rumor.
No,
before.
I've never heard about Dane. I've heard about some other people.
Yeah.
Dane Cook.
I remember seeing the
Dane
video.
Cook was pretty.
He was unique in my
like
opinion.
I said, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. It's just one of the things that I've heard.
No, I can't imagine. I mean, maybe
it's a possibility. But I know my favorite one. Speaking of like people ripping off, was when Joe Rogan went on stage with the
Mencia.
Mencia, and he called him out in front of the audience
on a show. Like he was in the middle of a show and did that.
Yeah,
I love watching
Mencia. I mean, but the crazy thing about Mencia is he stole jokes that were out on specials in the 80s. And it was like, dude, they're already out.
He just like barely changed them. And then
Most of them are from Cosby.
There's some crazy ones, dude.
Most of them are from Cosby.
There was one that was like that came out like a couple weeks before he did it.
Yeah,
and I think that's the one Joe Rogan like really called him out on.
Yeah, I think that was Ari.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right
because he was with him.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Insane, man.
That's.
I'll tell you the one that the big joke thief that you wouldn't even think about is Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary's a huge joke thief.
Really?
Yeah, the biggest. He's worse than Mencia. He stole most of his. I'm telling you, he has a special called No Cure for Cancer. One of the funniest specials you'll watch. And I am not joking you, 90% of it is another guy's special. Like, not stolen here, stolen there. It's literally start to finish
the same
his special.
Exact thing.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, dude, it's the same thing.
There was one of my favorite comedians. He does like dark humor and stuff. I forget his name. He had his own like TV show. I think one of his last specials was called like Fire in the Maternity Ward or something along those lines. But he's like, everything he talks about is like people killing themselves.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Is that the same one who's like the very first episode of his own? It was like a TV show, but it was like just another stand-up. Is that the guy where like he's talking about his sister had a mental illness and she died?
Maybe.
I want to say that's the same guy.
It's not Titus, is it?
He's super morbid though.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. He's morbid. That's like 95% of all his jokes are just like dark. And his parents and everybody are like on the same boat. Like they're all just super dark, dry humor.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, man, it's not dark humor. It's so stupid. He does his entire bit. Who is it?
Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh, he's the best.
I love Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh God, yeah. He's so funny.
He's one of my top.
And he is dark.
Yeah,
so funny though. Because he always sets it up so good where you think it's gonna. It's not. It doesn't go where you think it's gonna go.
No. It's like the one about dropping babies or whatever, and like everybody like throws their hands up, and by that time the baby's already hit the floor, or something along those lines. I'm like, yeah.
He's so funny.
We were listening to his when I got like really into him. We were heading to our honeymoon, and our friends were driving us there because obviously we're not gonna leave a vehicle there. So they were driving us there, and I put it on, and the whole way there, like my wife just keeps eyeballing me. I'm dying laughing. My friend's dying laughing, and my wife is like,
"This is so morbid.
What are you listening to?" And I just
married her.
Oh yeah,
that's the worst part. She's like, "What is going on now?"
She's like, "So this is where he's taking me to kill me."
I'm telling you, he's got such a unique style, and it's
his delivery, man.
It's all one-liners. Have you heard Mitch Hedberg? This is so great. They're the corniest one-liner jokes. They're almost close to dad jokes. They're this close to dad jokes.
I need to watch this.
But it's a solid hour of it, and he doesn't do anything else. Like that's all he does. And dude, he is so funny. Too bad he's dead, but he's so funny.
Too bad he's dead.
Hey, he died of heroin overdose. When you see him, you understand.
You understand.
But, oh my God, he is hysterical. He's so funny, man.
Yeah. Oh, you know who
makes me laugh?
You know who I think is just super. Man, what's her name? She's an actress. I think her name was Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
Get her out of here.
Stop
getting into movies. Your everything you've done is garbage.
Done skis. I can't stand that lady.
I think her last and I'm not even gonna call it a good movie. It was I think it was like a successful movie. It was the one where she was a bridesmaid or whatever, and like I don't remember. I didn't watch it.
You're talking about like the Bridesmaids? Are you talking about
is that what it's called?
No. Okay. Now I'm gonna argue a little bit on that one because I don't watch movies and that shit's funny.
No, I said it was successful. I didn't watch it. But I think that was her last successful movie. I don't know exactly how, but there's like one of them is shitting in the road or whatever. Like that part's funny. Okay, but I didn't watch the movie. But my point is now the cast in that is quite stacked. There's a ton of really funny comedian women in there, and. Yeah, but everything she's done after that is just terrible.
Her friend is still going. She's shitting.
Right in the middle of the road, and she's like going in the sink. Yeah. Like that scene's actually pretty funny.
Oh my God,
she's not funny.
No, she's not. She's the. I'm not even gonna say that. She's not, but. It's the same thing. I'm telling you, it's the same thing I think of Jim Carrey, man. He's just such an asshole.
I like Jim Carrey.
I mean, your mom played funny face with you when you were a kid. Same thing. That's what we're laughing at.
Yeah, well,
he never had an intelligent joke in his life. He just knows how to do this. Woo woo woo. That's it. That's all. He's a one-trick pony.
I was curious. We're about 14 minutes in now, and we talked about comedy. I knew Jim Carrey was going to come up at some point.
I knew it was eventually.
He's the worst.
Yeah, I think he's retiring though. I think he said he was done.
Oh darn!
So there you go.
Well, I mean, he hadn't made a special in about ever. So
I was talking about for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he'll be sadly missed.
By some, by the more important people will miss him.
Probably not though.
Yeah, well, I will.
Have you missed any of his movies so far?
Hey, I just watched Sonic the other day.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty good.
He's in Sonic.
Yeah, he's the.
I didn't watch it.
Mr. Egg guy.
Yeah. He's Dr. Robotnik.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like the only actual, outside of the supporting characters, he's like he is one of three actual people in that movie.
Yeah.
Does it shock you?
No, it's a pretty much all green screen.
It's a pretty good movie, though. Like, honestly, it's not bad. And they made a sequel, and guess what? They're making a third one.
Oh, good.
I don't know if he's going to be in it because he said he was retiring, but we'll see what happens. I haven't watched the second one, so I got to get on that. Yeah. I hate how nonchalant you are sometimes.
So my question...
Yeah, you're not funny, Kenneth. I'm tired of your bullshit.
Okay, so is there someone that you despise as much as Kenneth despises Jim Carrey?
That's true. Who is it that you despise? That's a good question. That's a good question, Jordan. Oh, is that your shoulder?
It's fine.
Sorry,
it's just
fucked up.
He's out for three. He's out for 3 more months.
Well, and there's another 3 months.
Hey, Billy, he's not coming back this year. I promise.
Gang to my shoulder. Oh, you're good.
Oh, we got 2 messed up shoulders in a row.
Hey,
nice.
You know what's funny about that? Like, we were in the car together like a week or after my surgery, and something happened, and he goes, "Hey, look at that!" And
he slapped the shit out of his shoulder.
Smacked the shit out of my shoulder. I still had holes in my shoulder, and I'm just like, and he goes, "Oh, are you okay?" And I was just like,
"Nope."
I was already on the way home because I felt like shit.
Yeah.
I'm not great with injuries. I forget where they are.
Apparent.
So
who do you hate?
Who do you despise?
So the thing is, I'm not Kenneth. I don't like.
You don't get fixated on a hate.
No, not really.
Okay.
Now I do think there's people that should stop doing what they're doing, like you do with Jim Carrey, Melissa McCarthy, like I brought her.
Right. Okay.
Melissa, funny. Like Amy Schumer, not funny. Like I think One Trick Ponies. There you go.
Yeah.
They're the same.
You're right. Amy Schumer just got that dead, dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. Hard pass. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I think there's people that should probably hang it up and be done. Like, honestly, Seth Rogen, he's past his time.
So, I'll tell you this.
And I love Seth Rogen.
There's Jim Carrey?
Done. Yeah.
And there's Seth Rogen.
You don't like Seth Rogen either?
Christ, are you kidding me? That idiot?
I get it.
Do the laugh again.
It's more like...
Fucking idiot, dude.
Oh, but he's been some funny movies, though.
Yes.
Yeah. But he's done.
The thing about Seth Rogen is he's himself.
Yeah, in a movie. Yeah,
it's just worn out.
It's like he's saying the one trick pony thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Jim Carrey, like I get it. He does the same thing.
Well, you got to think he actually was around when all the Jim Carrey stuff came out, so of course he's sick of him.
Yeah, I get it.
Wait, you remember In Color, right, Kenneth?
Oh, In Living Color. Now, okay. Now I'll give you this.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you this. Jim Carrey on In Living Color was hysterical. Mm-hmm. He was funny.
Yeah.
He never grew. Mm-hmm. Like he was funny because
was that one of his first ones?
Yeah,
that's a TV show.
Was it? I haven't watched it.
It was the first TV show he was like ever. That's what made him.
Mm-hmm. The Wayans brothers.
It was Saturday Night Live, except the Wayans brothers made it.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've seen.
He played Fire Marshal Bill, and he did a lot of other characters. Fire Marshal Bill was his big character on there.
Yeah, I've never really watched it, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Jennifer, was it Jennifer Lopez or was it
J-Lo?
Was it J-Lo or was it Paula Abdul? She was one of the Fly Girls.
I think it was Paula.
It was Paula Abdul. She was one of the Fly Girls. That's where she started. That's where she started. Was on that show.
Have you seen The Truman Show?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Oh. That's
a great movie.
That's the one where he's like on the TV show and doesn't know he's on TV show?
Yeah.
Where there's an entire world fabricated around him.
It's actually really good.
That gives me, that kind of like...
There's a movie that came out before that called Ed TV.
Same thing.
McConaughey was in it. Same thing.
Oh,
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, yeah. Well,
just same thing, right? Same thing.
You kind of are because you're McConaughey. Like,
I mean, same thing. It was the same thing.
If McConaughey were in front of you, you'd be
same thing.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, whatever you want to do. Same show.
That inflames my paranoia.
It's weird. Nobody talks about that one. Bit. No one talks about that
Show?
one. Yeah. No. The other one. I've never heard of it.
Ed TV?
Yeah.
On TV.
People talk about the Truman Show.
McConaughey was Jim Carrey's character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured. Apparently didn't do it as good.
We just talked about joke thieves, and that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but somebody did it better. Does that hurt? Does that hurt a little bit?
No,
I feel like it does.
No.
You haven't seen the Truman Show, so you're.
No.
And I haven't seen the Ed one, so I guess that really isn't anything.
It does have one funny scene. I mean, I say it's got more than one funny scene, but one really funny scene is like it puts you into this scene puts it into perspective on how you wouldn't want somebody filming your life.
Yeah.
Like he gets all this money for them filming his life, but it's the one thing where he wakes up in the morning, he kind of half-ass forgets the camera crew's there. So he wakes up and like gives like this big giant stretch, reaches into his pants, scratches his nuts, and then like pulls his hand out like this, and the camera's like, he wakes up and the camera's right there, and it's like as he's looking at him, he just like like that, and I was like, that's why you don't want cameras on you, because you gross shit and you don't know you do gross shit.
I like it. I like it.
That seems like it'd be funny because it's more real.
Yeah.
We all do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So check this out.
I know he does.
Who's that?
Get it.
Oh God.
Get it. Scratch and sniff.
I love to scratch and sniff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Not your ass.
No.
Keep it in the front.
Pink eye, man.
Sorry, Pam.
Sorry, Pam. God, Joggers.
Hashtag we got a shirt.
There you go. Hey, I wore that shirt. I love that shirt.
Yeah,
I love that shirt. I even took a picture of it and posted it online. I don't ever take a picture of myself. I like that shirt a lot.
That's a nice shirt. I like that shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
I was gonna wear my LML one today, but it was dirty because I've been wearing it.
Your mom is literally like our Kevin Bacon. Like, she's connected through us.
Yeah.
And like, people know about your mom just because of this. It has nothing to do with your mom.
Has anybody asked y'all about Pam?
You asked us about Pam? My mom did. My mom was like, who's Pam?
Like, well, the most important person on the show.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
She's the one that ties it all together.
Yeah.
She's never been on me.
No, she probably never will, because I don't think she wants to. Pam, if you listen to this, you definitely can.
Oh my God, that would be
that would be our first celebrity guest.
Should we do like at a year?
Yeah,
at a year mark.
The year mark. Get Pam on here.
Mother, should I just call her Pam? Why should I just call her Pam? I do anyway.
That or do it for like a Mother's Day special.
Yeah,
we have Pam on.
Yeah, I think she'd be too shy.
I was gonna say it would just consist of this.
No, I'm telling you, that's how she'd sit.
Yep.
She's like, I don't know.
I can see she'd put it on. She'd be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to.
Yeah. She's about to Ricky Bobby it with her words. All no do with my hand.
So there was this is it.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Put your hands down.
You've seen the show enough. You know how this works. She's our biggest supporter.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. The actor that I have an issue with, it's the same reason why y'all have the issue with y'all's actors. It's because they're the same person in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Hill.
Oh, so yeah.
You're right. He's trying to expand his role. Like, he's trying to do different things, but it's not working.
He was his one good one, I guess. Like, he was pretty good. Was Wolf of Wall Street? He played a good character in that. Past that was it.
He did another one with Miles Teller. I didn't watch it, but it's like it doesn't work for him when he tries to do stuff outside that.
Yeah.
But One Trick Pony. You know?
Yeah, it's same thing. One Trick Pony. But yeah, Wolf of Wall Street was pretty good. Wolf
of Wall Street's so good.
Yeah, that movie's good all the way around.
I still have yet to see The Great Gatsby, though.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Man. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's great. And, my lookalike's in there, so I kind of got to watch it.
I paused a movie and came out here with y'all that has your lookalike in it. Yeah. And Jonah Hill, actually.
What movie?
It's called Don't Look Up.
Oh, is that his new one?
Yeah, it's the one where they find they call it a comet, and its trajectory is to hit Earth.
Yeah,
when they find it, they have like 6 months.
They just released it on Netflix not long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Jonah Hill's in it, and he's like part of the presidential cabinet, and he treats Jennifer Lawrence, who's like on track to be get her doctorate, like she's the discovering scientist, completely shits on her through the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I really hate him.
At one point in time, literally in the movie, he's like, hey, you're part of the cabinet now. You can just sit right here. And she's like, what if I have to go to the bathroom? He goes, oh, we'll lay down some newspaper. Here's your snacks. And he throws like bottled water and crackers. And Leonardo DiCaprio was like, I don't know why he threw it on the ground. And she was just like, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole movie, he's just a jerk to her.
That's a wonderful woman.
She doesn't really do it for me, so.
She's not like my favorite, but I appreciate her.
She is the hottest girl next door. Look.
Yeah.
She looks like she could live next door to you.
Yeah.
Like if Jennifer Lopez is living next door to you, you're like, Jesus Christ. But she just looks like she gets up to get the Sunday morning paper, and you're like, oh, there she is. That's the hot girl that lives next to me.
Yeah, she is. She's a normal looking woman, but very attractive normal looking woman.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
I'm so glad you complimented someone that's girl next door type. I know that's not really in your wheelhouse.
Not my thing. Not usually my thing. She is. Though.
Yeah, I think she.
Yeah. She's a lot of people.
I don't know many people that's going to turn that one down.
Yeah.
From what I've heard though, she's really not like that. Like she's not girl next door. She's like one of the guys.
Oh yeah,
that's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the attraction.
That's his walking to a bar girl.
Yeah.
Who thinks he can pull?
Yeah.
Oh, that was your girl?
Yeah, that was it. In fact, I walked into a bar. I think I could. I think
it's been so long since.
It's been like 18 episodes, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah. I feel like that's the one.
That's the one.
Maybe
that's the one that you think you could like.
If I had a few, I mean, I'd have to have a couple hours.
Yeah, you need some confident shots.
I'm just not walking in and going, "Hey, bitch, here we go,"
which is kind of not going to work for you right now.
No.
Man, so what you're saying is you don't have a chance.
I have a chance,
but you don't drink anymore.
Oh no, I don't have to drink. Okay. I don't have to. No, dude. I'll tell you this. When it comes to that kind of stuff, as far as like walking up to a girl and talking to them, I've never had an issue with that.
I believe that.
I've never had an issue, and they can be like, you can point me to the biggest smoke show in the world, and I may strike out. But I have no problem with going to talk to her.
Man.
Hey, he'll step up to the plate.
You shoot him a cabin over here.
And I don't do creepy shit. I don't do anything like that. I'll just walk up and start a conversation. I'm telling you, I try to tell people all the time, especially like younger guys. Yeah. I'm like, listen, dude, I've batted out of my league my entire life, and the reason is because you walk up with like, I got a big dick and I'm gonna show you. You know, like whether you do or you don't, just walk up with that confidence.
You gotta have confidence.
Yeah, you just gotta have confidence.
All about confidence.
It's all about confidence. I'm telling you, every girl settles. Mm-hmm. Every girl settles. Yeah. Guys don't settle. Every girl settles.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Every girl settles. Like no guy settles because no guy wants to walk up to his friends and have the ugly girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So no guy settles.
I get it.
Every guy is batting out of his league for the most part. If you look at most couples, the girl is always more attractive than the guy. Like that's most couples. Now I'm not saying everybody. There's exceptions. Most couples are the girl's hotter than the guy because the girl's like, I like him. He's sweet. He takes care of me. The guy's like, I need a piece of ass. Like I need a hot piece. I need eye candy.
We're just gorillas.
Yeah.
We're terribly basic, ain't that true?
Yeah. We got two things on our mind, and that one of them is
and the other one is number one.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. When we're not thinking about number one, we're thinking about number two. Number two is number one.
That's right.
I mean, that's how it works.
First little fight club.
And it does. I mean, like, there's no guy at this table or anywhere else that doesn't, in the first 3 seconds of seeing a girl, the thought of I would or I wouldn't doesn't go through your head.
And if you don't think that, you're batting for the other team.
Yeah, I mean, like, you walk up and you're like, oh, she's cool, do her. Yeah.
See, we actually came up with a game back in the day.
Oh, this is going to be super sexist.
Well, so a lot. You always hear the standard. 1 out of 10. Everyone will gauge a girl 1 out of 10, right? And there was a guy at work. I'm trying to figure out if Randy told this to me or I told it to him. Either way, we heard it from someone. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, your scoring system is all off. First off, it's either you would or you wouldn't. So it's either 0 or 1.
Yeah.
0 or 1, not 1 to 10. Yeah. It's 0 or 1. Because we either would or we wouldn't.
Yeah, I get it.
And you can look at her and go, I wouldn't. But if it's one of those like, oh, I had a few beers. No. So in the back of your mind, at the beginning, you were like, I would.
That was a 1. Yeah.
I would. You need a little bit more confidence boost for that one.
Yeah. You either need a confidence boost.
Not because she's out of your league, but because,
Or you need an excuse.
Yep.
You need an excuse. That's all alcohol is. Like, oh, I was drunk. And well, okay, it doesn't matter. You wanted to. Otherwise, you wouldn't have. That alcohol didn't do anything to you. Unless you're blackout drunk and she rapes you, that's it. There's no other. If you went into it and made a conscious decision to do that, you can't blame it on alcohol. You just needed a reason.
Yeah.
You just needed an excuse. And that excuse was, oh, I was drunk. Whatever. You said you would.
You wanted to be drunk.
Yeah, you wanted to be drunk.
Yep. So you could.
So you had the excuse to go, oh, well, I didn't feel this time. You wouldn't do it again.
She's down.
Yeah. But yeah, now you had that in your head from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
perfect.
That was such a weird.
Yeah, it was like
It was like, okay, everyone just died right then.
finish him.
Nah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Guys are animals. We're animals. Dude.
Yeah,
we're
and
freaking animals. We're chimpanzees.
Women, if you think otherwise, you.
Oh, don't sit and tell me your guy's sophisticated and all that.
He's better than that. I promise he's not.
I promise he's not.
I promise he's
Yeah,
not. Or he's had his junk cut off.
Yeah, I'll record your perfect man's conversations at our break table, and we'll see if you think he's the perfect man.
I'll tell you, one of the craziest things I ever heard at a break table. I was still new in my very early stages of our work, and I was sitting with some coworkers from my area, and one of the leads came up. I've never talked to this guy in my life. He sits down right next to me. He starts talking about some sexual stuff that he has done with his life his life, and he was like, "Sorry, Pam. First off, he's like, there's nothing better than when you get a girl like she's like butt naked and you use a feather, and then he's like going into super deep detail about how he's making this girl finish using a feather." And I'm like, dude, I don't even know your name.
And you're a boss.
And you're a boss. Like,
sounds like a guy watched a lot of porn.
he might have just made it up. Who knows? But
maybe he was messing with the new guy.
Well, maybe. But I didn't want to go in detail because, Pam. But, or like half, all of our parents.
Yeah.
But the things he was saying, I was just like, I am really green behind the ears.
There's so little I've done.
I have not experienced any of this. Yeah. Still haven't, because that's shit. The stuff he was saying was just insane. He might have.
It didn't intrigue you at all. You seem like you're a fastball pitcher. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like you're just kind of like
hot down the pipe.
I'm throwing right down the pipe. We're not going to get crazy. Like
I can't talk about this stuff.
I can't talk about
stuff. Well, I don't understand why.
Oh, sorry, Pam. That's why.
He's like,
listen. Okay.
Stop.
Listen. Okay.
That's good. I like he's squirming a little.
A little bit. All I will say is I'm not.
Go ahead.
I have several. I have several different pitches. Okay.
Okay. All right. That's all I need to hear.
Yep.
That's enough.
I'm not.
That's enough.
Got to change it up on sometimes.
Yeah. You got to throw that change up every once in a while. That slider's there.
Not with a feather.
Yeah, that slider's there. You're not scared to throw the slider, but you don't have to.
I didn't want to just die laughing. I'm like, holding some of it in.
All I'm thinking right now is
what?
My mom is listening to this. It's literally the only thing I think about right now.
That's what happened when I was telling the crack story on the last episode. I was like, God damn, my mom's listening.
Yeah. I do love you, Mom. You raised me right. I'm messed up in the head.
You got a good kid, Pam. Mm-hmm. You got a good kid on your hands here.
That she knows of. God, I hope my dad doesn't listen to this.
You know he will.
The first thing I'm going to hear is, Colton Shaw. Can't say that.
I could just see
every time.
Colton, come sit down.
Yeah. Come here, boy. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm done with feather talk.
I still.
What do you think about when you think about a feather? Well,
I still don't think my dad listens. I still don't think he does, because
probably for the best.
Even when I was talking about something today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, is this for your little talk thing?" I was like, "God damn it, it's not."
It's a whole thing, okay, Dad?
It's a whole thing. Stop doing that.
Is this for your speeches?
You're just slowly just knocking it down the peg.
It's like, damn it.
I put a lot of work in this, Dad. Just support it.
Is this your talk thing? Like, yeah, it's a talk thing.
Yeah, that's all you get out of this one, Father.
Just shit on it if you would, please.
And that's he will.
Oh man,
that's the best part.
So I've been watching your episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going?
The first one was really good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. How's the second one?
The second one, I mean, I had to struggle a little bit, but it wasn't bad. It just, I think because you lost the initial.
Yeah.
So.
Kenneth hasn't watched it.
You haven't seen it, so
I haven't seen the second one yet.
The second episode, he literally starts off with, He lost the content of the where he started. So
you started
he had
over?
to restart, and it was hard to get into it.
Yeah, it's not a genuine reaction. I tried to give a genuine reaction. And so what happened was I did like a...
It felt forced.
It was a little bit. It was like 45 minutes to an hour long. I don't remember exactly. It was probably 50, 52 minutes, whatever, of gameplay, and genuine reaction. Like there were some parts like I fucking like right, like legitimately it was like I'm about to die. I'm gonna shit myself. Sorry, Pam. And I finished recording. I was like, man, that was good. I like that. Like, it felt good.
Felt real.
Yeah, it felt real. Like, I was like, man, okay, this people might actually enjoy this. I go to record, and I hit the record button, and I was like, okay, I can hear myself talking. Where's all the gameplay audio? I was like, oh, let me change my speaker mode, because I had my speakers in my headset. I wasn't wearing my headset. I'll put it on my speakers. Put it on my speakers. Turn it all the way up. Where's my audio?
It sucks.
And I went through the whole thing, and there was no gameplay audio. There was no music or anything. And I was like, I was so heartbroken.
So are you streaming to Twitch or just YouTube?
No, I'm just recording and uploading to YouTube. I haven't started any streaming yet, but I plan to eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that when we get moved into the office.
You know how technologically behind I am? I don't even know the process on how to do that.
It took me days. I was going to say hours, but...
It took days.
Like hours in those days were split up. It's probably like 2 weeks of just hours just sitting on the computer, just like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And then I got the Elgato installed, and I was like, okay, this is this. And then like figured out, okay, the Elgato is not actually recording how it's supposed to be recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use OBS, which is it's a free recording system, and that worked a lot better than the Elgato I spent $220 on. But I also found out that I can use the Elgato connected to my Xbox, stream off the monitor. So that's what I'm going to use that eventually as well. But long story short, it took hours.
We use OBS sometimes.
It took me like 10 minutes. I was done.
That's good. I'm glad.
No, I'm lying. The only reason I know is because Tyler showed me.
Months. I feel like anybody who ever who's never done content, just from listening to Kenneth, now listening to you, and just like the little research I've done on it, it takes a minute to figure everything out.
The biggest issue I had was, so when I'd go to record, like the video would look choppy. I'm like, okay, I have a really strong PC I spent a lot of money on. So I know it's not the PC. The PC is running. I checked the stats, like all the data. It's running like really well. Okay, my frame rate is like I'm hitting like 180 frames a second up to 220 frames a second. Like it's doing like it's pushing out
what it's supposed to, and then like I don't want to say and then some, but it's like the monitor's doing what it's supposed to as well. It's maxing out how it's supposed to. Like it's supposed to be looking fantastic, and it was while I was recording. Like while I'm playing, everything looks smooth and beautiful and just doing what it's supposed to. I would record a test. I did so many test recordings, like I don't even know how many, but I would go to replay it and I'd hit play. The audio's good, you can hear me clearly, but the gameplay is like choppy and laggy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Sorry, Pam. What is going on? That's a strong effort.
And it took me like 3 days. I went through like so many YouTube videos and like tried so many different things, and I was like, okay, nothing's happening here. I just kept going, and like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days later, I'm just like testing, trying all the different methods out. I finally found a YouTube video. This dude was like, if this is the issue you're having, try this. And all it does is it maxes out your frame rate. You set your frame rate on your monitor to 60, so it can't go above 60. Basically, what was happening is the frame rate was going too fast, and the capturing couldn't keep up. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Basically, the capturing system wasn't
able to catch the data fast enough,
exactly.
And so there were parts.
It was like
missing
choppy and laggy, and I was like, wow. So now I'm only recording at 60 frames per second, but it still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So
it's
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem that I had and still have sometimes is you type in how does this work with this? Okay, if I want to, how does the Rodecaster work with OBS? How do you do? Nothing comes up, and you're like, these are two of the most popular things out there. How in the hell
are there no tutorials of any kind?
Yeah, that was the thing I had with the Elgato. Like I was getting no signal from my Elgato to my monitor. I'm like, what is going on? So I did that. It popped up a lot of videos, but not with the issue I was having. I went to Elgato's website. They said, do this, and I did that, and it didn't work. And then finally, after like two or 3 days of that one, I finally found a YouTube video with like, I think it was like 12,000 views, but it was like way down the page, and this dude was like, install OBS and you can deactivate and reactivate your capture card. I was like, oh, I did that and it fucking worked.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's the bit. And it's like there's no. That's the biggest part about starting anything like this is there's no roadmap. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna start this, and then you're like, here we go, and you're like, all right, somebody's done this before, and you click on it, and like,
no one's. If they have, they're not sharing.
They're not sharing their ideas.
And if you do find it, it's gonna take you a long time because it's very rare. Like, man, like when I say like hours and hours of like testing and just trying things out, I broke a monitor. So pissed about that. I broke one of my monitors out.
On accident? Or
Yeah.
did you get mad and frustrated?
No, I had got frustrated. I got frustrated at trying to figure out the recording thing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put up my booming mic, whatever. And that, I get that thing completed, check it off the list, and I'll feel good about something. Well, I was putting it up, and I had my monitor sitting here to the left, and I was behind the table, and I was like tightening it up, and I went to move it, like adjust it, and I hit the monitor, and then just like in the movie, slow motion, boom, hits my chair, boom, falls on the floor, and I just stood there. It's a monitor. It's not taking that kind of damage. Coming out okay. I pick it up. There's a big old crack down the middle. Well, look, it was $200. I was not happy.
I was going to ask you. I can't remember.
It's been a lot of stress, but now that I've gotten most of it figured out, I'm so happy. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of stressful, but it's so much fun figuring that stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when you finally get it, you're like, I'm successful at something.
And that's what's so funny, what you just said. That's what almost keeps you going, is about the time you're just like when you walked in and I was having all that problems, that's all I've been able to think about since we started this episode. I will not let it go until I figure it out. And then once you figure it out, you're like, I'm a king of Kong. You're like, oh my God, I'm the best. And like,
you solved a problem.
Dude,
but what you really solved the problem.
What hurts my feelings is it's going to take me that long. And if Tyler was still here, he would walk in and go,
click.
Oh, just do that and then punch that one and you should be good to go. And I'm like, God, how do you know that I hate you?
You're just missing a button. That's all you're doing. But go ahead.
I was going to say in tech school, that's what it was. Navigation was 90% of all problems. Yeah. Once you've been there once, you can figure it out.
I'm telling you right now.
You have to be shown how to get there.
When I got my first recording done, like, it came out how it's supposed to come out, I swear to God, I acted like I won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was fist pumping and, like, jumping up and down. I was like, let's fucking go! I was pumped. I was ecstatic. Like, it was like just releasing the endorphins.
And it's funny because just what you said a while ago, on the opposite of that, whenever you go back and click it and you're like, all I got to do is edit this bitch out the door. And it comes on and you're like, what?
Why is it doing that? Supposed to?
And you're like, okay, maybe I just glitched for a second. You like fast forward through it and you're like, and you will literally want to go, fuck, I'm never doing it again. Like, I'm never doing this again. Like, I'm going to sell this shit, and that's it. It's over. It's
like when I had no game audio, I pushed pause on the button. I took my headphones off. Well, I'd already taken the headphones off. I set my controller down. That's what it was. Set it down, and I sat there in my chair, and I put my hands in my head, and I was like,
yep.
And then I proceeded to cuss.
Yep.
And this was like 2 a.m. I was so mad. I was like, because what happened was I got off of work and I was like, okay, I just released a couple days ago. I got to release another episode soon. I'm gonna knock it out and then I'm gonna go to bed and I'll upload it tomorrow. Finished it up. It's about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning. I go to edit it. Nothing there. I should have been asleep this whole time. I was so mad. It's fun though. It's a blast.
It is. Like I said, it's fun. It has moments both ways.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, one of the worst things was like creating an intro and an outro.
Nope.
Never done that before, and that was a feat in its own, man. Mm-hmm. Not as bad now that you kind of know what you're doing, but the first part was like, well, this looks shitty. Like,
I'm telling you, man, and I trust me, anybody that's out there listening to this, don't take this the wrong way, but the most disheartening thing in the world is when you put something together and you're like, damn, that looks pretty cool. I like that. And you're like, holy shit, that's really good. And then like you go and somebody has listened or watched you and they're like, man, intro's weird. It kind of sucked. And you're like, I worked so hard on that. Like, I want the feedback because if it really does suck, I need to know that so that I can be like, let's change it up. But at the same time, you're like, God, if you only knew the hours that I put into that.
I put 3 hours into this intro alone.
Yeah. And then you just shit on it. Like, it hurts my feelings.
Not even including the outro.
Yeah.
He's like, why didn't make it to the outro?
Yeah, that intro sucks, man. It's like it's not great. And I'm like, God, you know how long how much effort I put into that?
That's rough, man.
But it makes you better.
Yeah, I appreciate the criticism because I'm like, I want to hear it, but it just hurts to hear.
You've only stepped up your game since then.
Yeah, it's like
I've got some work to do on mine.
It hurts to hear, man. You're like, God damn it! Like, I thought that looked so cool when I was done.
Yeah.
Are you still recording your stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that coming, man?
It's coming. So that it's a lot of editing. Holy crap, it's a lot of editing.
That's what you asked for, though.
Yeah, I wanted that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's doing that. And the first one is going to take me a long time to get done because it was just like this. It used to take me like 2 hours to edit a video, and now it takes me literally 10 minutes. You know, like, because I've got everything set up.
Yeah.
Once I get everything set up, it'll be easy. But it's just that first one, you want it to be like perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that's what I'm working on now.
I just wanted to get the some bitch out. I just wanted to post it and just be done with the first one. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, the editing is rough, man. It takes a long time on this because there's so many cuts, and in between the cuts, you can't just have it cut to something else because it looks stupid. So you got to put a cut in and a transition, and then you got to have music, and like the music's got to match what you're doing. And if it doesn't match, you got to find something. It's like, whoa, that's a lot.
That's the one thing that's about mine. Mine it's gameplay, so it's all constant because everybody they get the same thing. Like they're experiencing it with you. So if you cut stuff out, then it's not the same. Like they're like, what happened here? How'd you get here?
This is kind of like what you do. This is just like once you get the intro, you get the graphics, you get the outro. The middle part it's
done.
It's just us talking.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. We're not doing anything. Like we're just talking. So it's mainly the beginning and the end. That's all you got to worry about. With this one I'm doing now, it's literally the entire thing. It's like start to finish. And I recorded probably 3 hours worth of stuff. I recorded like 3 hours worth of actual video, and that 3 hours is going to turn into about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that's all you're going to have, but you have to have that 3 hours because you're like
to get what you need.
Yeah, I need to pull this from here, and I need to pull this from here, and I need to pull this. So you have to have all 3 hours, but you take 3 hours of filming, and then you're cutting it down to this much, and you're like, damn it, I did all that work, and I'm going to get 20 minutes out of this.
But then when it comes out, man, you're going to be like, I did this.
Yeah.
It's going to feel good.
Yeah.
It really will. That's the best part.
Be your first baby. Your second baby.
This weekend, that's all I'm going to do when I'm getting ready for Midnights. I'm going to just pump out shit.
So I'm
going to schedule it so I don't have to do it all at once.
Me and you are on the same page, except I'm not be doing content. I'm going to be doing a little bit of content. Me and you are on the same page because Kiddo was supposed to be over this weekend, and I just lost her till Saturday night.
Yeah.
So she won't even be over till really, really late Saturday night. So I'm like, dude, well, I got the chance. I'm off tomorrow, and that's all day. It's going to be laundry and this.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is going to be this until I get her. I'll keep it till Sunday, and then we'll figure it out after that. But I have so much crap I got to get done on this that it's just going to take a while.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Because we got a lot of shit coming out.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, and
all of us, a lot of going on.
And it's going to have to, a lot of it just revolves around, like, it's the shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm like, it's like one of those, sometimes I get excited about it, and then I'm like,
shit.
Like, I don't want to do this part.
It's work, but it's work that you enjoy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to do this part. This sucks.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at, it was funny, man, because when Tyler was still on here, he built our original website. And it's so badass. Like, it's got all these things. It does all this shit. And then I tried to build one. And I was like, that looks like dog shit. But I've got to, in my head, I've got to understand that dude's been doing that since he was a kid.
It's just like when you started the editing part.
Yeah, it's like he's been doing that since a kid. So when I do the website, it's going to have to be, like, I've just got to sit down and go, that looks like shit. Don't settle for it.
Yeah.
Pull it out. Try it again. And, like, it's just going to take a while.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about it. I don't like when things take a long time.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then, like we just said, when you get to that final product and you're like, I did that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like, you feel accomplished, man. Yeah. I feel more accomplished doing that probably than I have ever have at work.
And and you know what's funny is I thought you were just fixing to say it, and I think it's on the same deal. I'm telling you, man, when I first started this, and Tyler was back behind the camera and he was doing all of this stuff, I was like, that's the reason we have you on the show. I never want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of it. I just want to be the mic, and that's it. You take care of that, you know? But what was funny is when he started editing it, I would never tell him this because he's doing all the editing, but I was like, I wouldn't have done that. I would have done it this way. And then I was like, oh, shit. I would watch the episode and go, why didn't he fucking put this here? You know, I'm like, why didn't he do that? And then I was like, maybe I should edit one and just see if I like it. You know, and like, then I edited one for the first time. I was like, hooked. Oh, this is what I want to do. Yeah. I don't give two shits about this. Like, this is what I want to do. You know, like, it was really funny because I even told him the other day, I was like, dude, I would take this over this any day of the week. And I never thought I'd be like that.
He wants to be a Jamie.
Yeah. I would just like, dude, I would love to do this. Like, I would just love to sit here and run the episodes.
Those are his words. He said that to me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because especially once we get the switcher in here, that's really going to change everything. That's
going to be fun. That's going to look good.
So I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. Because what we talked about today, if all that works, I got to go home and like
do some research.
Yeah, but if all that works, it'll be like literally within the next couple of weeks that'll start.
If we need an extra boom mic, I got one too.
No, all we need is we've got 2 tripods right now, so I have to get one more tripod. But I think on that deal, I can afford 2 and the tripod.
The only issue with my boom mic is it's a USB. Is that a problem? That's a problem.
No.
It's not a problem? I want to try it out. I might bring it up here just try it out. I want to see what it sounds like.
No, we should be fun.
Okay. Because right now I don't need it because I'm not doing any like talking over or anything like that, so I don't really need it at the moment. So I broke my screen for nothing.
I wish we had something like this. Not this because it's too expensive, but I wish we had something smaller than this because whenever I do, that's the only part that I don't like. All I need to do is probably buy some better mics, but when I do the mobile ones, it just doesn't sound right. Like, it bothers me.
Elgato released one, and they just had a recent... So, while I was doing all my research, I found out a lot of stuff that I didn't even know existed. They released... It's similar to this, not like this, but it's much smaller and more compact.
Yeah.
But they have this... not that it really connects to anything you were saying, but kind of does in a way. Not really. Anyway, I ramble. They have this feature on there. It's like it's a noise canceller basically, and it doesn't cancel you at all. But they did like so many tests and everything, and show you how well it works. This dude had a baby behind him. Baby was like crying and screaming. He hits this button, you can't hear the baby at all. You see the baby crying and everything, but you sound the exact same.
And your USB mic's plugged into it?
I don't know exactly what plugs. It's similar to the, like, I'll have to look it up, but the way it just canceled that baby out like it was nothing, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Because that's the thing about this thing is like you can hear in your, like, if we were quiet right now, you can hear that fan and hear, but you don't hear it on the episodes. You never hear it on the episodes.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it because eventually I'm gonna have to get something like that when I'm streaming or something like that. But
now I think that only speaking of Elgato with that switcher, I got to figure out. I think we have to. Never mind. We're getting too techy.
People are like, "What?" Yeah,
people have already tuned out. We got dry pussies everywhere right now. It's sorry, Pam.
We keep it wet.
Yeah.
We keep it wet. Okay.
Water parks. We're talking about water parks. It's wet in water parks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pam.
But yeah, it's. I think. Yeah, we just got some big stuff coming.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hopefully I'm 99.9% sure the site where you can buy the shirt stuff will be up Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sunday or Monday morning.
Are new shirts?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes. Those shirts look so good.
Yeah.
You did a great job. You and your mother.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Those things are it's computer ink. That's what it is.
It's what?
It's computer ink. It's literally like it's the ink in your computer.
Oh.
It's the weirdest thing to me. I don't understand how it doesn't wash out.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because that whole bar, just computer ink.
Well, let me ask you something. How many times have you seen computer ink wash out?
You would think it would just, I just don't understand how
our brains can't process.
Yeah.
We are ignorant.
So if you took Shout and put it all over it, it's not going to wash out. But if you took Shout and put it on computer ink, it's going to go away.
Yeah.
You know?
Huh.
It's got to be something with the vinyl.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a bonder.
It's just weird that it's computer ink that does it. That's just the strangest thing to me.
That is super weird, and I never thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a logo, like you'd print it out.
No, I mean you do print it out, but it.
I was like, wait a second.
That's exactly it. You print it out, and it's.
Well, I feel super dumb right now. You're like, I just answered that in my own question.
Well, so getting on up there.
Yeah, time guess to wrap what? This up. Oh, you would think.
Oh,
it's coming back.
What?
The dad jokes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Kenneth?
So
Doesn't matter what you think.
We killed the monster.
You thought.
Okay.
I had people come up to me and was like, "What are you doing?" Do not.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
That's so strange to me because those jokes are terrible.
But people love bad jokes.
Why?
They love bad dad jokes.
That was the most honest moment of the show ever.
What?
He just, while you were talking, he just goes, "Why?"
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because the reaction you give and the reaction you give, everybody gives something along those lines.
Well,
and the reactions I give, somebody else is doing that.
Sure.
Either they're reacting like Kenneth, like, "Oh my God, it's so bad," or they're reacting like Jordan, which is always a hit or miss. It's like,
it's true.
Or
Somehow.
he laughs, or like me, I just love that joke. So everybody, but somebody's giving that kind of reaction, and whether they want to admit it, they like it.
tell your stupid joke.
Yes. All right.
Oh God.
All right. So, you know what I was thinking today?
What?
I was thinking, poop jokes. They aren't my favorite kind of jokes. But then again, they're pretty solid. Get it? Get it?
Get the fuck out. Sorry, Pam.
This has been another episode of Last Minute Laugh. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Please follow, like, and subscribe. Throw some comments on there, whatever you got to do on our YouTube, Spotify. Check out our Instagram page. We also have some new shirts. Hashtag Sorry Pam shirts and We're No Expert shirts, as well as Last Minute Laugh shirts. Jordan, you got anything?
No, I think you pretty much hit it all on the head. We're gonna pull the trigger on opening up a new Facebook page, just to make sure that our merchandise is easily accessible for anybody listening.
I like it.
It'll be up. We'll announce it on the. I'll put if I get it done by this weekend, I'll put a little thing in the front.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, everybody.